Hey everybody, welcome to our channel. My name is Tracy. I'm the keeper of the home here at 40 Farms. Just a warning, if this is the first video you're seeing on my channel, this is a hunting video. I'm just throwing that out there at the very beginning. If this is the first video you're seeing, I'm just going to warn you right now. Today is my first day of my hunting season, so I just want to let you know that so you can be aware. I don't want to surprise people that might be activists or offended, okay? I'll just explain. I am Tracy. I'm the keeper of the home here at 40 Farms, and we are avid hunters. Yes, we are avid hunters, okay? We don't poach. We don't hunt just for sport and bragging rights. We hunt for a lot of reasons. Wildlife management, conservation, okay? Eradicating, culling. I don't know if eradicating is the right word. Culling, food on the table, meat for nourishment, okay? If we do get a trophy, yes, it goes on the wall. We do not waste deer. We try to use everything we can, okay? And we consume, okay? So we're not, okay, we don't poach and we don't, okay? So this is the first day of my hunting season. This is going to be day one. I'll try to keep a running video. Day one of my hunting season. My husband's hunting season has already started. He's one up on me. He's already got one. He got a deer that he has been watching and waiting on patiently for 3 years. And he finally got him. And yes, his back strap tasted pretty good the other night. Yeah. My husband did a fantastic job cooking his back strap, and I made some gravy. I got to keep an eye on my field, y'all. There's 4 deer out here right now, but it's a doe with a young one, and it's a couple of yearlings from last year. I don't like taking does if they still have babies with them, you know, for reasons, and right now that's all that's out here. And they've pretty much been out here all morning. But occasionally another 1 or 2 might straggle through here. There's a buck that's been appearing out here occasionally on our cameras. We have cameras all over this place. Okay? So we see things. Okay? So I have my own hunting equipment. My husband fixed me up when I decided that I wanted to start joining in on the hunts. I have all my own hunting gear. I like my own pattern of camouflage. I like the Mossy Oak Breakup pattern because for some reason it just kind of fits in with their territory around here with the changing of the leaves. And then sometimes in November, you're still sweating your tail off in November. So a lot of things are sometimes still green. And all the leaves haven't really all fell off the trees right now, but there's still little spots of pine trees out here, cedar trees. So I like the Mossy Oak Breakup because you can use it for more seasons for that reason. It's got little specks of pine needles in it, specks of brown in it for when the leaves are changing colors, but they're still a little green. So I like that pattern. The Mossy Oak Breakup. You can find it in any brand, but that's the pattern, okay? I have my own blind. My husband fixed me up with it. Got me some a rotating chair in here. All I got to do is swivel. He fixed this blind up for me and my granddaughters so we could practice hunting with them. Get them used to it, you know, because if they're going to eat it, they need to know where it comes from. So we teach them. My husband, when he got his just the other night, they just had to touch it. They kind of didn't really know what to think, but they had to touch it. And we started, and then the little one spoke up and said, I like deer jerky. So she remembers us making deer jerky and eating it last year. So now she's like, you got some beef jerky yet? And no, Poppy ain't worked on it yet, but he's fixing to work on it. We got that deer processed, and he's got it here. He's just got to take a day to start processing it however he wants to do it. We do all different kinds. We do ground, we do stew meat, we do steaks, and we cube them up into minute steaks. What else do we do? We do jerky. He's fixing to get into some sausage making. Hey, I've bought him all the equipment. He's fixing to get into sausage making. And I'm sorry, y'all, I got to keep my eyes out. So we're learning, okay? So we just got into, I got him a dehydrator a couple of years ago for Christmas. We put it to use last year and started making jerky. And yes, we consume it. We're avid hunters. Yes. We all have our hunting license. We all have been certified. We took hunting courses, so we're all certified. And yes, we do practice safety. We're teaching our granddaughters safety. They haven't learned how to be still yet, but we're working on that. And they're beginning to go down into the field now. That's a good sized doe, but she has a young one with her, so I'm going to let her pass. Y'all, that's part of hunting. Sometimes you don't shoot the first thing you see, okay? You wait patiently. You look for the right one. Everybody doesn't hunt like we do. Some people are just wanting to go out there and get it on the table, okay? We're kind of selective a little bit of what we choose and what we get. I don't want to take a mother from its baby, so I'm not going to do that. So, like I said, you choose, selectively, comfortably, and, there's an extra one that's joined the group. I may check that one out in just a minute. Let me see if I can turn you around and let y'all see what I'm looking at. I don't know if I can zoom in or not. Our dog's barking. But you know what, y'all? These deer are so used to it, it doesn't matter to them. Did y'all see them? This right in between those trees. There's like one on one side of the tree, one on the other side. But anyway, I've got my own blind. I have my own gear. I don't like anybody messing with my gear. Okay, the first thing I do when I get in my blind is I go ahead, I get my crossbow ready, and I get my rifle ready. That's the first thing I do, just in case it's ready at a moment's notice. Okay, then I just kind of spread out. I bring something to do, to keep me busy. Okay, so there you go. Now my dog was barking. Let me check and see what's behind me. It must be the cat. It might have followed me down here. Anyway, I like the convenience of being right here, close to the house, where I can hunt. It's safer. Sometimes I do go on hunts with my husband to a hunting club that we lease. Sometimes I do. When it starts getting too cold, that it starts affecting my joints and my bones, I have to back off. But he did get me a heater, so I'm going to try that, to where if my hands get too cold and I start getting achy, I can turn my heater on right quick, stay warm, cut it back off. Okay, so he thinks about me. He tries to keep me warm. We've tried to find the warmest apparel possible for me, but when the weather just gets too cold, I just have to call it quits and let him finish hunting. But so today is the first day of my hunting season. I will try to keep a running video and of my year for this hunt, of my hunt for this year. My words are coming to my brain too fast. They're trying to come out of my mouth too fast. So I'm just going to sit back and relax and just keep looking and see what I can find. Okay, I will let y'all know in just a little bit. Okay, whether it's successful or not. funny to watch them. There is a bulldozer in the distance, but it's not bothering them at all. But while I'm watching them, I thought I would tell y'all some things. If you are serious about wanting to get into hunting for food-wise, for better nourishment for your body, number one, deer meat, venison, is leaner in fat, and it's healthier for you. Number two, if you want to get into hunting, you don't have to spend tons of money on equipment. Just get the necessities that you need. If you're able to hunt on your property, see what you need to do from your local game warden, how to get started hunting on your own property. If you want to choose a place off of your property to go hunting, of course you will need that landowner's permission to hunt on their property. And due to where you live, you might be required to get hunting license. And in the state where we live, in order to get your hunting license, you are required to have attended a hunter safety course. Yes, so we did all that. We went through all the proper channels and research what you need to do in your state to get started hunting. Then find the equipment that you need, apparel that you need for the time of year that your hunting season is, the equipment as far as rifles, crossbows, ammunition, okay? Most importantly, when you buy what you need, practice with that equipment first before you go on a big hunt. The last thing that you want to do is get on a big hunt and find out that, pardon me, but you can't shoot worth a flip. You need target practice, okay? Because something may malfunction. I didn't mean that in an ugly way, but, something may malfunction. Scopes may be off. Sights may be off. Please practice on a target. Sight your rifle in, sight your scopes in, set your sights if you don't use scopes. Make sure everything works before you go on a big hunt, okay? You don't want to screw up a hunt because you weren't prepared, or nothing works, or you miss, or, okay? Know the dynamics of bow hunting, okay? Rangefinders are good to have, and binoculars. Rangefinders will let you know what range they are at in order, if you're using a scope, to know how to set up the sights. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, okay? Have someone to teach you, okay? Go hunting with someone. If you know someone that hunts, say, I want to get started. Can you teach me? Can I go along with you one day? Can you help me? Okay? My husband took our boys hunting. Our oldest one was 3 years old. First time he went hunting. He was a mama's boy until Daddy took him hunting. Then he was a daddy's boy ever since, and to this day, he's a daddy's boy. So go figure. He was mine until he went hunting. Anyway, he loves to duck hunt. His thing is duck hunting. He loves it. That child has been blowing a duck call since he was 7 months old. We traded a pacifier for a duck call. He drove my mama crazy with that duck call. But you know what? He grew up learning how to call ducks. And he went on duck hunting trips with Daddy. And he was fantastic. And he still duck hunts to this day. So that's his thing. Deer hunting is our thing, okay? And, yeah. There's a picture I could show y'all if I find it. I'll let you see. That kid traded his pacifier for a duck call. He blew the crap out of that thing. His senior project in school, in order for them to graduate, they have what they call a senior project, and they have to make something. And yeah, he made a duck call. Still has it to this day. We bought him what is that thing? Oh, that you spin the wood around on. We bought him one of those so he could start making his own duck calls. He hasn't made another one yet, but maybe one day he'll pick it back up. He would be good at making his own duck calls because he made that one. I think he made 2 of them. I think he made his dad one. I think he made his dad one for Christmas. Yes, I think so. But if you want to get into hunting, research it. Just don't be willy-nilly. You go out there and you try to hunt something out of season, you can get caught by a game warden. And trust me when I tell you, there is heavy fines. Yes, they can confiscate your hunting equipment. You will pay fines. You will pay court costs. You will have to appear in court. I know some people that have faced jail time and went to jail. Yes. Know your hunting laws in your state. Get with a game warden, okay? If you want to be serious about it, get into it, research it, okay? There's just some tips and tricks, okay? I'm going to keep watching these does, okay? That was close, y'all. I was holding my breath. I didn't even let my eyeballs move, okay? I was afraid she was going to see me. But there's still 2 little ones right here in front of me, and I'm about to wet my pants. I'm being real still and real quiet, and they're sitting they're right in front of me. They can't hear me though because I'm in this blind. And the wind's blowing kind of a little, so they can't hear anything. But I'm about to wet my pants, but that was close, y'all. It can get intense sometimes, okay? And your heart your heart beats so fast you can hear it in your ears. But it's the thrill of the hunt, y'all, sometimes that makes it worth it. I'm still here, y'all. I see another doe coming down the hill up there. I can't tell if it's a little one or a bigger one. It may be the same one that walked up that way, and she's just been lingering up there. Now she's making her way back down here, where these other ones was. We'll just see. But a stray dog was running through the woods a while ago right here in front of me, chasing a bird or something, a crow or something, or one of those buzzard-like things that looks like a vulture. I don't know what they are. Anyway, it's very aggravating when we're going to talk about respect here. It's very aggravating when you're trying to hunt and stray dogs run through. Or it may not even be stray dogs. It may be somebody's pet that they don't have in their yard. They let them run free. It's very aggravating to us hunters. To anybody, really, okay? We used to live on a property where they used to hunt with dogs, okay? I don't have anything against hunting with dogs. But when they interfere with your hunt and they're running around all over the place, that's kind of disrespectful. Yeah. And some seasons are open at the same time. So you may have somebody either squirrel hunting or coon hunting or something like that, and it's a season, another season that may be open, and that may be just walking trouble right there, y'all. It may be. All I can say is have respect for people. Have respect for people's property when you're hunting. One legal issue maybe sometimes that people get into is if you shoot a deer and it runs onto someone else's property, you will have to get permission from that property owner to retrieve your deer. Yes, some states you're going to have to do that. You're going to have to get permission to retrieve your deer from their property. Yes, that has happened, okay? So you and your landowner, you and your next door neighbor need to be kind of friends, okay? Or if you're on a leased property or a rental property and it runs on to someone else's property, you better get to know those people too, okay? Have respect for other people when they're trying to hunt. It used to aggravate my husband when more than a few people had permission to hunt this property. We weren't the only ones who had permission to hunt it. And he would try to be hunting. They would come at the same time, set their dogs free, and they would be hunting with their dogs. He would be up in a tree stand. Yeah, it got very aggravating, okay? We didn't know these people. It was just other people who had permission to hunt on this property. Same time we did, same way we did, from the same people, the same owners, and we didn't know these people. They didn't know us, you know, and some of our hunts just interacted, and it was just a mess sometimes. Then we ran a hunting club one time, and you can get into discrepancies. We had people trying, and we set rules, we set boundaries. We had a board system going, a pegboard system, that when you got there to hunt, you put your peg on the place that you were hunting at. And when other people came to hunt, they would see your peg up there and they would know, don't even try to go to that site because someone was already there. We didn't want to ruin someone else's hunt by walking up on them and scaring something off, okay? But we had a few people trying to hunt on top of people. Ridiculous. Sometimes, as me being a female, I got taken advantage of by some of the other members because I was a female. I was the only female. and my husband was getting very agitated because they weren't respecting me. I'm talking about in a respectful hunting manner. They were not respecting, like, the times that I wanted to hunt, the places that I wanted to hunt. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, like, inappropriate behavior. I'm talking about disrespectful towards me as a female hunter, and thinking that because I'm a female I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so yeah, my husband got very agitated at some of the members, and yes, some of them were starting to be unsafe, and he's like, my kids are hunting out here, and no, we're not going to have unsafe practices. We finally just had to close the hunting club and just disband some members because of disrespectfulness. Yes, you cannot have unsafe hunting practices, people not respecting other people's hunting spots. You can't do that when you're hunting, okay? Respect people's property, respect people's hunting times, hunting places, hunting hours, okay? If you hunt with dogs and someone else doesn't hunt with dogs and y'all are hunting at the same time, y'all need to talk, because that's not going to work, okay? Yes, be respectful of other hunters. Be respectful of your property owners' rules and boundaries, okay? Because you can get, disbanded from a hunting club pretty quick, okay? So just have respect and be mindful of other hunters. I'm still keeping my eye on this doe. She's coming down the hill very slowly. She's way up yonder. She can't hear me. She can't even see me right now, but I can see her in the distance. But she's making her way down this hill where the other ones came up here by my blind, and I'm going to keep my eye on her, but I think it's the one. I think she's just been hanging up there on top of that hill for the past few hours. So yeah, I've been out here for about 3 hours now. 4 hours. It's fixing to start getting dark. It's getting cooler. So at dusk, hunting time's over. You can't shoot past dusk, okay? So know your rules of hunting too. And a bit of advice, I don't know who puts it out, but look in your local Walmarts. In the hunting section, they have books there with the newest rules and guidelines of hunting in your county, in your city, in your state, in your zone. You better study those books before the hunting season, because like I said, you get caught by a game warden, and yes, there's hefty fines to be paid. Grab one of those books every hunting season in the hunting section at Walmart. They carry them, okay? I do not know the name of it. I really don't. But it has all of your local guidelines and rules, and if there's any changes to any of the hunting rules for that season, bag limits, anything like that, you better read up on those rules before your hunting season starts so you don't get in trouble. So I'm going to still keep an eye on this doe, and we'll be back, okay? All right, y'all, I am back inside. It's turning off cold. I had to end my hunt. It was getting dark. I kept hearing something in the woods, but I wasn't for sure what it was. I probably thought it, it was probably a squirrel, and that's what I thought it was. I just wanted to make sure, okay? Because you never know. Sometimes them squirrels can get out there and make it sound like something's walking through the woods, but, just hang out with it, hang on, just be patient. You're not going to kill a deer every time you go out hunting. So don't get discouraged. My husband went one whole season not seeing anything until the very end of the season, and that was the only deer we got. So don't get discouraged just because you don't kill something every time you go out, okay? Just hang in there, be patient, keep working at it. Perseverance does pay off, okay? But I had to end my hunt tonight. I'm getting cold. I'm fixing to get in this hot shower. My husband's got supper fixed while I was hunting. We do that for each other. It was my turn today. So he's feeding the cows now, and I'm going to go in here and take me a hot shower, and we're going to sit down to eat supper. Y'all just hang in there. Perseverance pays off. You'll get one, okay? And if you don't that season, try again. Don't give up, okay? See ya on the next video.